Hi, my name is Valentina Carrizo, and I'm going to talk about The Boy in the Street Pijamas by John Boyne. Okay, the story tells about Bruno, a little boy who lives in Germany, in the Nazi Germany, exactly in Berlin. He has to move. He gets news that he has to move with his family to other side of Germany. For that reason is why everyone is packing. There is a comparison between Bruno's old house with the new house. The old house looks like more happy, like happier and spacious, and it was beautiful. And the new house is like sad. Everyone is sad. Everyone is serious. No one is smiling. This new house has other feelings that a little boy doesn't like. It's like cold and strict feelings. Sometime later, Bruno is exploring and he found a boy in the fairs which is wearing street pajamas. And when Bruno saw this boy, he thought that the new boy looked like sad, and he looked sad. And Bruno thought that this boy was the saddest person and the skinniest person he has ever seen. They sit down and talk, and Bruno discovers that this new boy is from Poland. The little boy tells Bruno his name, which is Shmuel. So they start a friendship. And this story is beautiful because it shows us the innocence of two little kids which ignore everything which ignores. It shows the innocence of two little kids which ignore everything which ignores their reality. They doesn't know what is happening in Germany. They doesn't know what is happening with Jewish people. So they start a pure friendship. And it's truly sad. The darkness part of the story is exactly the reality of the Jewish people. They are going through the Second World War, and at this time, there were millions of Jewish and people, kids, adults, women being murdered and being abused. So this is the darkness part of the story, that it has a real context. It shows that the real nature of the kids who doesn't know what is happening, so they decide to play alone together and without difference each. So I recommend this story to everyone, and if you want to enjoy and to read something, you should read the Boy in the Street Pijamas.
Hi, I'm Décima Camila, and I'm going to be talking about The Black Cat by Edgar Allan Poe. Okay, the story starts in prison where the narrator tells us that he is expecting to die the following day for something he has done. So he proceeds to tell us his story. He tells us about a black cat he used to have named Pluto, which was very beautiful, very big, and very intelligent animal, which he had a close bond with. But once he starts with his drinking behavior, his alcohol addiction, he starts to behave more and more violent against everyone around him. He mistreats everyone and everything around him, including animals and his own wife, except for the cat Pluto. But one night, he thinks the cat is avoiding him, so he grabs it. The cat, in his own defense, obviously scratches him, but he gets mad and he cuts one of the cat's eyes. After that, he no longer has a close bond with the cat, but instead of feeling regretful about what he has done to it, even though he does feel the guilt, he gets mad at the cat's behavior. So one night, when the house burns down, he hangs the cat from a tree in cold blood. So the cat becomes the only thing that a living being that didn't survive the fire. When the narrator comes back to the house, he finds the only surviving wall in the basement with the silhouette of a cat. Okay, time passes and he gets a new cat, a black one too, that has a white patch on the chest, and he does like the animal until he notices that it's missing one of its eyes, just like Pluto did. So he gets like irritated at it. The more he hated the cat, the more the cat liked him, but he couldn't bring himself to hurt it because he was afraid of the animal. Eventually, he loses his mind to the obsession and ends up attempting to kill the cat with an axe. But his wife tries to intervene, but he ends up killing her in the process. So he decides to conceal the body in a wall in the basement. After a few days, the police arrives, and he was very undisturbed by this because the cat was missing anyway. So before the police could leave, he knocks on the wall where the corpse was hidden, and the cat he used to have starts to howl. So it alerts the police about the body. Okay, regards the historical background of this story, it is during the Victorian era, corresponding to the Queen Victoria's reign. Okay, it's characterized by Britain's status as the most powerful empire of the world and its low class-based society, with a growing state and economy during the 19th century. The story setting starts in prison and then goes to the narrator's house, but a lot of the setting itself focuses not on the environment, but on the narrator's declining sanity. Actually, his psychological obsession around guilt and the increase of the violent behavior throughout the whole story. It sets really well the mood of the story. In regards to that and the cruelty presented in the story, I find it curious how us as readers can actually witness how the narrator himself can't admit not only what he has done, like the bad things, but he doesn't realize the amount of the guilt he actually feeling about everything he has done. But he does manifest it in very subconscious ways. So that's my report.